The woman had been married for 5 years but had never seen what her mother-in-law looked like. During these years, she followed her husband's arrangement, placing a bowl of rice in front of her mother-in-law's shrine every day. After an hour, she would come back to collect the empty bowl. However, one day she found a lipstick mark on the empty bowl when she came to collect it. This was something she had never seen before. Curious, she quietly approached her mother-in-law's room to figure out what was going on. Unexpectedly, her husband came out of the room just then. He immediately locked the door behind him. He scolded her for going to the door without permission. She tried to ask about the lipstick mark, but her husband didn't let her finish and impatiently dragged her away. His reaction only made her more curious. That night, while she was sleeping, her husband secretly got up. Little did he know, she wasn't asleep and quietly followed him. Sure enough, she saw her husband enter her mother-in-law's room. When he came out again, he looked like he had back pain. After he left, she quietly approached the door. Through the crack, she saw a shocking sight. The person in the room had a delicate figure and smooth skin, clearly not a woman in her 50s or 60s. The next day, she cautiously asked her husband about her mother-in-law's condition, but he repeatedly said she couldn't be seen because of a rash. Seeing her husband's excuse, she decided to bring in a doctor. As expected, he became agitated when she mentioned it. He told her to focus on doing housework and stop asking questions. Seeing he wouldn't reveal anything, she decided to take the bowl to the door and check for herself. Just as she was about to open the door, her husband appeared and angrily shoved her to the ground. He blamed her for causing trouble and making things chaotic. At that moment, she couldn't hold back anymore. She directly asked her husband if the person in the room was really her mother-in-law, but he didn't answer. Instead, he warned her again not to touch the door. This made her lose all hope. Just then, she heard her mother-in-law's voice from inside the room. Hearing this, she realized she may have misunderstood her husband. He didn't say anything else, just pulled her away. However, she suddenly noticed a red mark on the back of his neck. Her suspicions grew, and she questioned him about it. He vaguely said it might have been from her mother-in-law accidentally pinching him, but she didn't believe his explanation. She wanted to ask more, but he impatiently pushed her away. After he left, she noticed a key on the floor. She decided to wait until he was asleep that night to investigate. That evening, the neighbor urgently knocked on her door. She claimed that thieves had broken into the shrine where her mother-in-law lived and asked them to come quickly. When they arrived at the shrine, a group of concerned villagers were already standing guard at the door, but her husband was frantic and told everyone to stay away. He said no one was allowed near his mother's room. She questioned him, demanding he open the door so everyone could see for themselves, but he repeated his excuse that her mother-in-law was sick and couldn't be exposed to light. She no longer believed him. She insisted that he open the door in front of everyone. Unexpectedly, he suddenly knelt down and begged her. He claimed the door couldn't be opened, warning that if it was, their family would fall apart, but she remained firm and took out the key she had found earlier. When he saw this, he rushed forward to grab it, but she forcefully pushed him away. Even the neighbors began to speak in her defense. They said his extreme reaction meant he had something to hide. She resolutely stated that the door had to be opened today, and asked the villagers to witness it. The villagers agreed, saying if he had been hiding a mistress, they would help her get justice. As she turned to open the door, her husband stepped forward again, pleading. He even knelt and bowed his head. He said everything he did was for her good, that she should stop pressing him, and promised he would be a better husband from now on. But no matter what he said, she no longer trusted him. She opened the long locked door,